What's up, everybody? Corey Van Castle Cook coming at you here again, also known as the Bearded Cinephile. Today, we're going to be doing a trailer reaction to one of my most anticipated films of 2024, probably number 2 behind Dune Part 2. And that's Furiosa, which is going to be the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. I am such a huge fan of Mad Max Fury Road. I grew up watching the Mad Max films. It was kind of like an occasional thing. It really didn't spark my interest much, except for really Beyond Thunderdome, which arguably is the weakest of the original 3. Didn't see Road Warrior really till I think it was like 19 or 20, and it blew me away. So I was actually kind of surprised that we ended up getting another Mad Max film when it came out in 2015, since it'd been so long. It'd been 30 years at that point. And I didn't really know what to expect, because I wasn't straight rushing to the theater at first when it came out. And then I just started to hear the buzz from everybody around me saying, this is unlike anything you've ever seen. You'll be shocked. You'll be amazed. You'll be, astounded. And that was absolutely me. I was locked in from frame one, and I was so astounded, obviously, by the visuals, and the propulsive nature, the editing, the sound design, the score, the just otherworldliness of the movie itself. But, on subsequent watches, and also just, reading some of the articles online about the film, just realizing how much of a feminist film it was, for one, and just how much more nuanced and layered it was than upon first look. And I think that's partly the brilliance of George Miller. And I was happily surprised to see that it got so many Oscar nominations that year. And when it had racked up 6, I was starting to wonder, holy shit, is this thing going to win Best Picture? It didn't, unfortunately. Too bad. It went to, I believe, Spotlight, which I'm not going to get into that one. Good movie, but I think it was a little bit of a SVU special episode in that case. But anyway, back to Fury Road. So I was hoping that, we would, because that's actually, I wanted to say, I've probably the last film I've seen in the theater where I walked out of the theater going, I don't know how they did that. I'm just astounded that any of that actually exists. I think Steven Soderbergh said he was so impressed. He said, I don't know how they're not still filming that movie and how there aren't hundreds dead, which is pretty accurate, I think, in some ways, because it's just so big on practical effects. There's some VFX work in there, obviously stuff going on with the thunderstorms and taking out the cables, but there's so much practical work and so much level of authenticity that I think people really appreciated that. And then, we'd found that Tom Hardy, who I thought made a great Mad Max, had signed on for two other films. Things kind of delayed, and we may get that next Mad Max film, Mad Max, The Wasteland, when it comes out. But, instead, we're going to be getting Furiosa. Furiosa actually was a complete backstory script that they had already created before or during the whole aspect of Mad Max Fury Road. So they kind of had most of the outline of this planned and set, even when they were doing the production for Mad Max Fury Road itself. And I'm excited to see that Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be part of this as well, because she's amazingly talented. Everything that I see her in, it's one of those things. She's starting to become an actor that whatever she's in, I'll watch. And it's such a wide range of stuff. Everything from Last Night in Soho to The Menu to The Northman. She's just rocked it. She's amazing. So I'm excited to see what she does with this. But 9 years, it'll be coming out in May in 2024 since we had the last one. I'm hoping this isn't the last one. I'm hoping we get another one maybe with Tom Hardy or whatever, because I love this world, this vision. But in any case, I'm rambling on here. Let's go ahead and let's delve in and let's watch the first trailer for Furiosa. All right, let's kick it off. Mastermind. Very
Whatever
true.
you have to do.
Ugh.
However long it takes.
Her?
Promise me you'll find your way home.
Already loving the visuals.
Furiosa.
Oh,
Give
what
me
a
this
shot.
promise.
Grease. Already feels very Fury Road-ish. 45 years after collapse. Young Furiosa was taken from her family. She built the rest of her life to find her way home, which she does in Mad Max Fury Road. This is her odyssey. Oh man, what a shot. Look at that shit. Oh my god. Is that Chris Hemsworth? With the nose. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He is Australian.
start your engines.
Oh, that's a badass helmet right there. Look at this shit. Whoa, boys! Morton Joe. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh. They're still using the font and the color scheme for the words. It's great. I wonder if he's going to be Bullet Town. I know his name's Dementis. Look at this shit. Ooh, the green place. Love story? Oh my god! Oh, that just screams George Miller Mad Max.
I'm Furiosa!
The darkest of angels.
You're just right in that world, man. If you're a Mad Max fan, you know. Boom.
The question is, do you have it in you to make it epic?
Ah, what a title reveal. A Mad Max saga, okay. Remember her. Nice. Okay, well, that looks sufficiently epic. I'm all the way in this situation. That looks so good. I wouldn't expect anything different. This is from George Miller. Just is a mastermind when it comes to this genre and this type of film. But the visuals just suck you right back in. I mean, it feels not just like a Mad Max movie, but it feels like going back into Mad Max Fury Road, all the way down to like the font type and the colors that they use for the words. But just the scale of it, the outline of it, getting out in the actual desert. This one they actually did film in Australia, not Africa. You just can't fake that authenticity. I think there's a little bit more maybe VFX than there was in the other one, but I still think it's a lot of practical. The thing you got to remember is like a lot of the YouTube does compression stuff, so things don't look as great. And they're probably still polishing off some of the final effect shots, but it just seems so. I mean, you get this is a true teaser. You don't really know what's going on, other than the fact that it's her Odyssey trying to find her way back to her home, to the Green Place. If you've watched Mad Max Fury Road, I love the intro aspect of it, of just like her turning the face, got the grease on her, even like putting it on later. It looks like she's almost like one of the War Boys when she's doing this thing. It was great to see the War Boys again. All I could think of is Nicholas Hoult, witness me and. Witness me, brothers, and what a day, what a lovely day. So crazy to see Chris Hemsworth out there. I mean, he is Australian, to have his Australian accent, but what's going on with that nose? I didn't even mind, because if you're a fan of the Mad Max films, you know that there's a certain layer of absurdity in some ways to some of the shit. I mean, for God's sakes, the bad guy in Mad Max Road Warrior is wearing like a hockey mask and shoulder pads and shit. So it's absolutely insane. I'm all in for this one, guys. It looks. What's interesting too is that they're saying that this isn't quite like the structure of Fury Road. This is more of a 3-act storyline. So it's going to be interesting to me to see how it ends up, and how she gets into the good graces of a Morton Joe and becomes like his leader. And you see that she has an arm in this, and then later on has a mechanical arm, so that's probably going to play a big role as well. And obviously she finally has the shaved head at the end, so I don't know if that's part of her joining a Morton Joe's group or whatever, but the crazy vehicles and just the chrome aspect and the oil and just the bullets coming over that edge for I believe Chris Hemsworth's character's name is Dementis, but you just can get the sense this is like just a fine morsel of this movie. You don't need to know too much. You know what you're going to be getting into with this type of film, and I am just so thrilled. I am so thrilled. This looks amazing. It's going to be a big year for Sand next year, because we've got Dune 2, Fallout, the television show. It's going to be coming out as well. So yeah, I can't stress enough how much this how amazing this one looks to me. It looks like there's a little bit of a love story too. They showed a couple shots here and there, so I'm wondering if that's going to be part of the frame up in the story as well. It'll be interesting to see how she like actually gets ripped from her home and that. So, and wondering if it's funny that they're calling this a Mad Max saga as well. I would have been fine if they just would have said it was Furiosa, but maybe they're trying to associate it with the Mad Max brand. But at the end of the day, this looks firmly entrenched as her film, and if she has it in there to make it epic, this movie already looks epic. So yeah, this looks fantastic, guys. I can't stress enough how much I really, really want to see this one in a theater in the biggest IMAX screen available. So what did you think of this trailer? Are you excited for it? Are you a Mad Max fan? Did you like Fury Road? Did you not like Fury Road? Shout off in the comments below. In the meantime, I am Corey Van Castle Cook, also known as the Bearded Cinephile, and I will see everybody next time.